Buff Nation.
Let's go.
We are DNVR Buffs Primetime. We're presented by the American Raptors. If you didn't get the ticket you wanted as an elite athlete, check out the opportunities at Infinity Park. Rugby just may be your next ride. My name is Jake Schwanitz. RK sitting next to me. Right before we went live, RK, you said you had some news.
Yes. From Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, most recent Instagram post, and I quote, we got a few more surprises coming.
Love it.
The tease could happen while we're live on this show, Jake.
It could. Also, I should mention everyone that's in here, go to Travis Hunter's YouTube page right now.
Yeah.
Subscribe. He is announcing his commitment at 100,000 subscribers. I believe when I checked just before we went live, he was at 80K. He started around 76K. It's going. It's happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's climbing very quickly. Seems like it's going to happen today.
Yes. He wanted to get in on the fun that everyone else is having.
Yeah, I know. I was like, we could save this for another day, Travis. We could do a whole show just about you. But, that's all right.
We'll still have many shows to do about Travis
As
Hunter.
Brandon Spano tweeted at him, he's going to have plenty of whole shows about him if he comes to Colorado. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter, but our CEO tweeted at Travis Hunter and said, if you come to Boulder, we'll give you your own show, build you your own studio near campus, and give you merch and all that good stuff.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We coming. Where do we start off, man? We'll start off with this. We saw the power of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, last year on National Signing Day. Today's early signing day, and he's already making waves with five-star recruits. Defensive back Cormani McLean was supposed to sign his NLI to Miami this morning.
Mm-hmm.
He has delayed that. He has now said that he's going to delay his commitment or his official signing. And on, I believe it was Rivals or 247 post on Instagram, Coach Prime directly commented, "I ain't hard to find."
Yes, and the reporting out there is that the Buffs are a big reason why he did not sign his NLI.
NLI.
God, it's really hard to go back and forth from NLI and NIL. That is actually messed up. He did not sign his letter of intent this morning. And could it be, Jake, 2 years in a row, Coach Prime flips the number one corner in the nation, and they are bookends of the Colorado defense the next season?
Could you imagine? Travis Hunter on one side, Cormani McLean on the other.
You just play press man on every play for the whole season.
Who's going to get open?
Yeah, exactly.
It's an insane time right now. Pulling up Cormani McLean's page, he is the number one cornerback in the nation, as Ryan said. Number 9 prospect in the nation. Number 3 out of Florida. Was a hard commit to Miami, as I said. He has 25 offers. I think he may have one visit left, but I'm not sure. So
okay, there you go. It'd be interesting to see if he wants to, take a late visit to Colorado before he makes his decision.
It would be very interesting if that happened. We are in a dead period for recruiting right now, though. He may have to wait a while.
Oh, right. Can't take, yeah. But, I mean, unless he's going to be an early enrollee, which it sounds like he's not if he's pushing this back, then unless he's just pushing it back till tomorrow or whatever, then there's really no rush.
Right.
Like, he can make this decision whenever he wants. Just like, a lot of people are like, well, what's happening with this transfer, that transfer today? It doesn't matter for those guys. Like, it just depends on when they want to enroll in school.
Right. Do we want to show the Adam Hopkins commitment tweet? Let's talk about him right now.
Oh, you want to show the tweet?
When he announced his commitment?
It's okay.
No? Okay. But the other big news today, Adam Hopkins, 4-star wide receiver out of Georgia, one of the top prospects coming out of the state of Georgia. He was an Auburn commit as soon as, I think he decommitted on the 1st of December. He is now going to be a Colorado Buffalo, number 43 wide receiver in the class, 256 player nationally. Buff's got a top 300 player.
Yeah, that's the news of the day so far. Just an absolute last-second Hail Mary. You pull him out of nowhere. I believe, Jake, that he committed without visiting.
I think so.
He got, gets the call from Coach Prime, late in the process here, ends up decommitting from Auburn, and he's a Buff today. And some of his highlights are insane.
They're pretty magical to watch. 6 foot, 170 pounds from Thomasville, Georgia. Went to Thomas County Central High School. Kale, I sent you a link. Would you mind throwing that up for the people?
Here we go. Let's get it. By the way, we looked this up last night. No relation to DeAndre Hopkins.
No, but you had a nugget on 2025 5-star commit Winston Watkins Jr.
Winston Watkins is DeAndre Hopkins' nephew.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, there you go. So now you can have a Hopkins and a Watkins out there for him.
And a Hunter.
Family ties.
And a Hunter. Maybe a Coleman, too.
Yes, all of these things. Just not Malachi.
Not Malachi.
R.I.P. What is that defense formation?
I don't know. They're definitely not defending pass here. And he's wide open in the end zone.
There is one in here that I want to point out if we get to it. We can't wait, obviously, too long. How long is this video, Kale? 2 minutes. Okay, maybe we get it in this clip. Because there is a route. It's not on this one. There's a route that he runs that looks exactly like the route Travis Hunter ran in the Celebration Bowl to just get an easy touchdown. It's the same thing. It's that, what we were saying about Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
Someone just said it's Sammy Watkins' nephew, which would make a lot more sense.
Oh.
But for Winston Watkins.
Okay.
That would be crazy. Okay. All right. I believe that, but it's not what I read, but that's...
good news regardless.
Yes, exactly. Very easily could be wrong.
Well, meanwhile, we're watching Adam Hopkins just score touchdown after touchdown. I don't know if we're going to get the highlight that we actually wanted.
Oh, this could be it right here. Nope. We'll watch this one, and we can see if the next play is it. If not, we'll move on.
Speed.
Yep. All right, last highlight, whether it's the corner post or not. Oh, all right, that was the last one anyway. So that must have been a junior highlight.
Go ahead.
It's rare to see route running in these high school tapes.
Yep.
And I don't know if you got it in that one, but you got to get a couple glimpses of it if you watch all of his highlights. There's also the crazy highlight that was on First Take. If you actually go see the Barstool Colorado tweet that they put out about him, you can see it. He just spins 6 times in a row to avoid a bunch of guys, and then
his B button got stuck.
Yeah, just spamming B. It's like me playing NFL Blitz,
right?
Because they just can't tackle you if you time that spin right. And it's fantastic. But what I was going to say about the route running is he has some routes on film that's just okay, this is a different level. It's just like Travis, like when you saw him put that route out there, it's okay, you might have to play him at wide receiver. And by the way, you said it the other day. You went public with it. You said you think he should play wide receiver, and I thought it was pretty great that in the Deion interview with Shannon Sharp, he said, if I had to bet on one thing for him, it would be wide receiver because that's what he loves. He likes corner. He loves wide receiver. And then he talked a little bit about the chemistry built between him and Shador, and it's just yep.
It was apparent last weekend in the Celebration Bowl.
That should be our QB1, wide receiver 1 next year.
And would be immediately one of the best combos in the pack.
For sure. It's going to be Caleb and whoever replaces
Dorian
Jordan
Singer.
Addison, potentially, yeah.
Michael Jackson. Which one? Pick
whatever one you want, yeah. And then those two would be right there with them.
Michael Penix has some dogs at Washington, too. Tons of news to get into. The news of Adam Hopkins kind of softens the blow that you already mentioned. Malachi Coleman has decided to commit to Nebraska. A weird commitment, kind of back and forth. But he is officially off the table.
Yeah. How should I put this? Parents, let your kids make their decisions for themselves.
It's a good way to put it. Tons of news today. Coach Prime is not just focused on this year's class, but next year's. He has offered 2024 5-star running back / corner Boo Carter.
Let's go.
Building up these future classes already.
I find it interesting. There must be some sort of strategy behind this for Coach Prime, as he said in that Shannon Sharp interview, which, by the way, I need to talk about this. Legitimately one of the best pieces of content I've seen from anyone, anywhere, in a long time. Like, it was phenomenal. That good. The relationship between them, and it just shows you how important it is to build chemistry with guests. It's just like, Rob J with Coach Prime, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you have a relationship, when you have chemistry with someone, it's just a different level of content. And it was incredibly fun to watch. I watched all 90 minutes straight through, and really interesting thoughts in there. But one thing he said is, like, I don't do anything without a plan. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if there's something about, like, the excitement around signing day and, seeing all these guys commit for 2023 that also makes them want to blast out a bunch of 2024, offers.
Right. We also got a commitment from Isaiah Jota from Snow College. I believe he was a Auburn commit also.
Yes.
So another one flipped over to the Buffs from Auburn.
This one is really exciting, especially because we talked about Jordan Hall yesterday, and he ended up decommitting shortly after the show. And we talked about his size and how impressive it was.
Yep.
But you have Jota coming in, you have Savion Washington coming in, and you have Landon Beebe coming in, who I'm sure you're about to get to. We talked about how difficult it is to replace your offensive lineman in the transfer portal. It's just not as easy, which is one of the reasons why I was like, maybe you try to hold on to Casey Roddick.
Right.
But those are three guys who could potentially start for you, who have played big-time football in college football. And, if you can flip 3 out of 5, then, maybe you plug in one freshman if you have to. Keep one or two of the guys from last year. You have Van Wells, obviously, is a guy that's going to be there, and then the
tank.
The tank. So that could be your offensive line next year.
Right.
And maybe that is one of the reasons why Jordan Hall decommitted, because you just started seeing, like,
exactly.
We talked about Savion Washington and how he actually might have more eligibility than once was thought. Just a tougher path to get in there, and wants to go somewhere else.
Well, maybe this will soften the blow. 2022 4-star recruit PJ Williams committed to Texas A&M last year. He's in the portal. He has narrowed his choices down for his new school to be CU or SMU.
I mean,
we'll see.
I just feels like that should be an obvious decision,
right? Some other news.
And there you go. If that's 4.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a completely rebuilt offensive line. Some news that a lot of people on Twitter and people DMing me were concerned about. It is official. Charles Kelly is going to be the defensive coordinator for the Buffs. The coaching staff was finalized finally last night. Nothing surprising or unexpected, I think, on that front. But Charles Kelly is actually on board. You mentioned Landon Beebe. He is signed. He was visiting last weekend during their big recruiting weekend. Elijah Judy, the defensive lineman from Texas A&M also. Is that correct?
Yes.
You remember? Well, he just tweeted out GBR with the corn.
Yeah. That was expected that he was going to end up at Nebraska over the last couple of days. So we will be seeing those boys
very, very
this
soon.
year and next year.
Yep. All right. What else do we got? Draylon Miller, an ESPN 300 recruit, I believe in next year's class, has also been offered, just to build off what we said earlier about Coach Prime going out and building these 2024-2025 classes. Jawan Johnson, 2024 4-star athlete, number 1 athlete in Louisiana, has also been offered by Coach Prime. Kason Wiseman, 3-star quarterback commit to Kansas he decommitted from Kansas today.
Yep.
He was visiting last weekend. He was one with Malachi Coleman in that picture, right? Malachi Coleman,
yes.
Kason Wiseman, and
Vakari
Swain. And Vakari Swain
looks like he is going to South Carolina.
Okay.
He had some interesting comments in his post-visit interview that he did, I believe, with one of the South Carolina 24/7 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this?
No.
He essentially just said, like, yeah, Colorado's cool. It's really cold. Really cold. And I was like, oh, well, we're not getting him.
Well,
but he also mentioned in there, and this was the more notable part, like, they've been recruiting me for 2 years. I've developed a great relationship with the wide receivers coach there. Like, it's just hard for me to change my mind
right.
overnight. And that is something that I think is really, really important for Buffs fans to hear, because there's so many people out there who are just expecting Coach Prime to walk in here and flip everyone overnight. And it's just like, as great as Coach Prime is, and the work that he's already done is so impressive, relationships are everything in life, not just in college football recruiting. It's really hard to go in there with a kid who's been getting recruited by some coach for that long and just get them to change their mind overnight. Like, so the ones that are done should be absolutely applauded. The ones that aren't should be understood.
Mm-hmm. Before we move on, I want to tell you guys about our friends over at Breckenridge Brewery. You guys know we love our Breck brews here at DNVR. You can try some of our favorites, the Mountain Beach Sour, Strawberry Sky, the Fun Slinger Ale. We also have Good Company hard seltzers served at the bar. Check out their beer locator at www.breckbrew.com to find a beer near you. Also, if you need a Christmas gift idea, enter your favorite beer lover into Breck's Nice List sweepstakes at breckbrew.com and search Nice List. Link is in the description. Also, shout out to our friends at Illegal Pete's. We are hyped to be teaming up with local legends Illegal Pete's here at DNVR. Have you gone today yet? Are you making an appearance today?
I might. That sounds kind of good for dinner, though. Some reverse nachos for dinner. I haven't had them this week because I felt guilty about having them 4 times last week.
Understood.
Actually, wait, no, I did have some this week.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You can have some more.
I can.
Also, Illegal Pete's is hooking you all up with a little something extra this year. Spend $100 on gift cards and score an extra $25 for free. Shout out Illegal Pete's. Some updates on the 2023 class. So 5 guys were
really quick.
Go ahead.
If you're enjoying the show, hit us with a thumbs up in there.
Yes.
Trying to cover all the news. It's a lot. So if there's a little, delay, it's because we're just trying to keep up with everything that's going on.
Also subscribe to Travis Hunter on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. 5 players were committed to Coach Durrell and Coach Sanford, and I believe all 5 were reaffirmed. Was Jordan Shaw committed?
I don't know if he actually made his announcement yet, but it sounds like he might be going to Indiana.
Okay, yeah, he's not on their official commitment list, but Morgan Pearson, Isaiah Harge, Jordan Onavu, and Hank Zelinskas have all committed, all 3 stars. Pearson, he's listed at all signed, yes. Yeah. Pearson listed at wide receiver. He apparently plays both ways, and I think CU announced him at linebacker.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'll need to double check that. 3-star, or Isaiah Harge is a 3-star wide receiver. Jordan Onavu, another wide receiver. Hank Zelinskas, interior offensive lineman. I'll go look up this Pearson stuff.
Okay. Probably a good time to talk about one of the guys who is the highest on my wish list, and that's Blake Purchase.
Yes, let's talk about him.
The Buffs came in late. Blake Purchase, of course, committed to Oregon and has been for a while. He had told the Denver Post during the Coach Prime rumors that, hey, if Coach Prime goes to Boulder, I would definitely have to think twice before signing my NLI.
Good job.
To Oregon. And after that, of course, he was in that very first weekend visit. It sounds like the Buffs made a great impression on him. And today it comes out that he will not sign a letter of intent today to Oregon. Instead, he is going to delay. And so that actually came out from Adam Munster Tiger. I probably shouldn't have said that, so I'm sorry. I forgot where that came from. But it sounds like that is going to be delayed. So we won't find out on him today, which actually could be good news.
There you go. Did I talk about Jaden Milliner-Jones yet?
No, you didn't. But I'm going to double down on my shout-out to Adam, as I've done before. If you want the latest news on recruiting, there is no one better than Adam. Obviously, we'll do our very best to always keep you guys updated. But Adam Munster Tiger with 24/7, buffstampede.com, one of my very early influences in this business, and hired me when I was like a 20-year-old kid who had no idea what I was doing. And he's just a beast when it comes to this. So you should subscribe to his board. He is going to obviously be dialed in to all of the latest stuff, especially when it comes to recruiting.
I back that up. He's awesome. I love talking to him every chance I get at a game or practice.
Oh, yeah. 10 out of 10, dude.
Update on Morgan Pearson. So, CU posted like a bunch of videos for, excuse me, all these guys that signed today, and showed them like FaceTiming the coaches, and they're all in the war room right now, and they're all like congratulating them. So for Morgan Pearson, he is tagged with Coach Hart, who is the linebackers coach.
Very interesting. Yep. That could just be the person who took over his recruiting. But we'll see on Morgan Pearson.
Well, okay. Interestingly enough, if you go to Buff Stampede, you go to the list of people who have signed their letter of intent. He's listed at linebacker, but his 247 page still says wide receiver.
I would trust the linebacker one at this point.
Anyways, Jaden Milliner-Jones has also committed to CU. I believe he flipped from SMU, 3-star corner.
You should hit up PJ Williams.
There you go. Yeah, let him know what's going on. He had 16 offers, as I mentioned, CU and SMU. Kansas is in there. Mississippi State's in there. Tulane, among others. So he joins the class. We are now up to 15 players who have signed their letter of intent.
By the way, on Jaden Milliner-Jones, you guys might recognize this name, DeSoto High School. DeSoto High School, notably home of, most notably, Von Miller. After that, Laviska Shenault, Buffs legend. Of course, Laviska's good buddy, Katie Nixon.
Right.
And there was one other one who came with those guys. I want to say Will Sherman, but I think I'm wrong on that one. So a place where the Buffs have had success before, and, of course, a Denver sports legend came out of.
Love to hear that. Maybe he can add his name to the Colorado Football Legends list to come from that high school. So update on those guys that I mentioned that were committed to Coach Durrell and Sanford. I guess Isaiah Harge is still just considered a hard commit. He has not signed yet.
Okay.
What do we want to talk about? The transfer portal? Transfer portal class is only up to 5 players. Still no JSU commits.
Yep.
Subscribe to Travis Hunter.
There you go. Travis Hunter is up to 84,000 subs. So there's a chance maybe by the end of this show, Travis Hunter could hit 100,000. I assume he already has a video ready to go.
He's just got to hit publish.
In YouTube drafts. He's just waiting to hit publish. And we will find out on him. I know that Georgia has made a late push here.
Right.
And from an NIL perspective, they can probably do some things that we can't. With that being said, I think the relationship not only between Coach Prime and Travis, but Shador and Travis is going to be the deciding factor here. Look, if he's willing to announce right now, after what he said was like, I got to make sure it's the right fit for me. We know he was in Boulder and Colorado on Monday.
Yep.
I'm guessing that he learned that it was the right fit for him there, because if he didn't, I would think he would probably want to go see some more places. We'll find out, but should be good news for the Buffs.
A lot of people asking about Shador Sanders in the comments right now. I wish I could tell you when he's going to actually join CU.
Why do we care?
But yeah, he's walking around in Boulder with Coach Prime wearing Buffs gear. Yes. So I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much a done deal.
I want to get this video that we made of you out before
we have to.
Before
otherwise
Trav
it's dead content.
Yeah, I know. And so I think we put it. Oh, we didn't.
Is it posted? Can we watch it on here? We'll figure that out. Okay. On the transfers, though, still haven't heard really anything on most of the JSU guys, actually. Remember yesterday when you were talking about another player that went to Charlotte? I believe that was one of the JSU guys that entered the portal, also committed to Charlotte.
Okay.
Charlotte has been getting a ton of guys coming in through the portal so far. This is an interesting note. We have a new strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, great.
His name is Maurice Mo Sims. Was named to the same position at Jackson State in the summer of 2022. Before that, He coached the same position for the national championship Georgia Bulldogs.
Ooh. We like that.
Yes.
We like that. You know, strength coaches and these things are funny because they all have their phrases and they all have their,
right.
you know, all that stuff. What it comes down to, and usually they're very motivational.
Mm-hmm.
What it comes down to, though, is the track record.
Right.
And if you can get someone from Georgia, and not only that, but then bring him to a great facility at Colorado, give him just about everything he needs to work with. What did they say? They had one squat rack at JSU?
I don't think they had
two?
like the other, like they had the one rack, but not on the other side. You know what I mean? So
yeah, one side. Yeah. So he's
also a DJ, according to Lucius.
There you go. Spin it. I want to hear it. We need a new intro song.
We do need a new intro song.
Maybe he can hook us up.
There was a video that CU posted, I believe, on Twitter or Instagram of him walking into the coach's room, and he used the same song that Coach Prime used.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I have to say, so Buffs fans will remember the song Colorado Swag,
right,
which was created by Derek Webb
right.
when he was at CU. Apparently, he's still making music. I'm wondering if we can get like a remastered version of that, and we can make that our intro song.
Hit us up.
D-Web. Webstar, as he goes by.
Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Oregon today has been making plenty of waves. They lost their 5-star quarterback just a few days ago.
Yep, to UCLA.
But they are flipping a ton of players right now. Currently, they have the 8th overall class of 2023, 6th ranked transfer portal class. Matayo Uyunglele, 5-star edge, has committed.
Relation?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can find out. I mean, I guess what I want to ask you is, what do we think about Oregon? Are they like back completely? Are they at the top of the pack now? Or is it still USC's conference?
It's absolutely still USC's conference. And this is one thing that I really want to see the Buffs take into consideration as they build this squad. Oregon has a soft problem. They just do.
Yep.
They lose games because they get punched in the mouth, and I feel like they don't have a response for it. Obviously, USC came in here and just replenished the whole roster and brought in Caleb Williams with Jordan Addison and all those guys and won the conference. Almost won the conference.
Yep. They stumbled.
But
and lost to Oregon State.
Right. Utah is the one to look at, not USC or Oregon. That is a team that recruits solid, develops incredibly, and is coached so well. Now, I'm not saying you should try to replicate their style of not getting the best players in the country all the time.
Right.
But I think it should be taken into consideration why. Why do they beat these teams like USC and Oregon?
Mm-hmm. The thing with Utah, we got to see what happens with Cam Rising. I don't know if he's made a decision yet on what he's doing.
How is he not too old? Go away.
I was surprised when I found out his age. I don't think he's as old as we think he is. He's 23, I guess. He turned 23 in May. But I think isn't he only classified as like a junior or something? I mean, I guess that's everyone. Yeah, he's only classified as a junior. So we'll see. I want to get back to the Club Shay Shay stuff if we can.
Yes.
But real quick, I want to tell you guys about our friends over at Green Mountain Dental. They've been a supporter of DNVR since the very beginning. We've had countless fans and our own staff convert to Green Mountain Dental and never look back. They're located just 15 minutes from downtown Denver and Lakewood. Dr. Ben and his team have you covered from general dentistry, like regular cleanings, orthodontics, such as removing those pesky wisdom teeth and everything in between. Tell the team that DNVR Sports sent you and get a $300 discount for a full orthodontics treatment for new patients. If you mention DNVR Sports, you get a free set of bleach trays. That's a $350 value with a new patient cleaning, exam, and x-rays. To make an appointment or find out more information, check out their website at greenmountaindentalgroup.com today. Also, shout out to our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. If they set lines on high school recruits, how many top 300 recruits do you think be favored to go to CU right now?
Wow, I do not know.
Would it be a shocking number
For this
class?
No, I don't think so.
No?
It could be like 6.5.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
We'll see.
Prime's got some tricks up his sleeve.
He does.
Sure.
As he said, as we led the show with, he said more surprises are coming.
Yep. He ain't hard to find. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. You can also boost your winnings up to 100% with their stepped-up same-game parlays. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code DNVR. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DNVR. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Really quick. 12:07 is when Travis Hunter said that he would announce at 100,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
He is currently at he announced that at 71.6. He is currently at 84.5. So that's telling me about 13,000 subscribers per 90 minutes. If he can keep on that pace, it's going to be a little while.
We can help with that. There's 1,000 people watching right now. If every single person watching the stream goes and subscribes to Travis Hunter, we make it happen faster.
Let's go. Everyone, take a little break from, or use a different device.
Yes.
If you're watching us on your phone, use your computer. If you're watching us on your computer, use your phone. If you're watching us on your smart TV, use whatever you want. But let's get that taken care of as fast as possible. I will say he has someone in his mentions right now who's like, hey, as a famous YouTuber, I don't know who this guy is. He has 1 million YouTube subscribers though. Said like, this is actually going to be bad for your channel.
Was it? Oh, Brett Coleman said that.
Samuel Brown.
I saw Brett Coleman say that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because apparently getting like a massive influx of subscribers, but if they don't watch your videos, but they are going to watch the first video he drops for sure.
This is Travis Hunter we're talking about. You think people aren't going to watch him and want to follow this guy? Like,
well, he does such a great job. I think that's the most impressive part about him, and why when Brandon talked about sending out that tweet, I was like, do it.
Yeah.
Because he's a talented content creator.
Yeah.
In the terms of he knows how to make a good headline and he knows how to make it sound interesting, and he does a great job of interacting with the camera and the community in there. So I'm excited. I wasn't subscribed. Now I am. I'm excited to see what else he puts out.
You're late. I've been subscribed.
Might even throw alerts on.
There you go. You
I
have
have alerts on for well off.
Ring the bell, man.
Yeah.
We got
you too.
Yeah, ring the bell for here too.
If we get to 30,000 subscribers, we're at 29.3. We will announce that Travis Hunter is going to announce where he's going to college.
Beautiful. At DB3_TIP on YouTube.
There you go.
I want to talk about this Club Shay Shay thing a bit, just because, as I said yesterday, I got about halfway through. Right when I picked back up was the Travis Hunter part that got me hyped. But the end of the video, man, after they were sitting down talking, they're kind of just walking around on Folsom Field, talking, just being good friends. I mean, they didn't sound like they were doing a show or anything. They were just talking as friends. It was really real, really cool. And it just showed how much this actually really means a lot to Prime.
Yes.
And, a lot of people have been critical of him, but man, he is very, very thankful for this opportunity. How does that make you feel as a Buffs diehard when you hear how thankful he is and how grateful he is for this opportunity?
Great question, Jake, because I was going to lead myself into that if you didn't lead me into it.
I got you.
I almost teared up, legitimately. Seeing Coach Prime walk around on Folsom Field and talk about, what a special place it is and how he can envision the place packed full of Buffs fans. They're screaming, they're chanting. He even mentioned running out behind Ralphie before saying he's a little scared of Ralphie's.
Still doesn't matter.
Still hasn't mattered. Got to build a little relationship. Relationships, just like in recruiting or everything.
Yep.
But just talking about how that's how he envisioned it. And a couple different times he turned to Shannon and said, this is it. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that doesn't mean, I'm not trying to do the, read deeply into everything.
Right.
But I actually believe Coach Prime when he says, I'm not thinking about the next opportunity. I'm not just here to try and get a job in the SEC. I don't think that's the way that he operates.
No.
What does he say? I don't chase money. Money chases me.
Yep.
That's really the truth. And what did he do? He went to Jackson State. He put his whole heart and soul into it, and he won immediately, almost immediately. And what happened? The next job, came open, and he talked about how, I think this was actually in the locker room still, but he said, people talk about being all in. I'm there. Mm-hmm. Both of my sons are on the team. My daughter's on the basketball team. My other son is our social media coordinator. I brought my girl there. I brought my dog there. I brought my mom there. He really does go all in when he goes in, and him just saying that, like, this is it, I really think he believes that. That doesn't preclude him from taking another opportunity at some point, but I feel like he really does cherish this opportunity, and I can't thank Rick George enough for the job that he did getting him here.
Rick George.
He talked a lot about that, and we need to go find the clip of me having Rick George's back, because I think I was about the only person in the world at that point that still had Rick George's back.
No doubt.
But it was special, especially seeing him in the stadium.
Very, very special. Very cool. If you haven't checked it out, it's about, I don't know, an hour, 35 minutes or so. I promise you it is well worth your entire time to watch that.
I'm dying.
It's all right. Me too. I don't even know what else to talk about on that. Just go watch it. It's so cool. They talked about, obviously, Prime's been under a lot of criticism from like the HBCU and black community, and Shannon gave his thoughts on that, and I thought that was really cool to hear, just because obviously they both have kind of been through that. It's just great to see that Prime is really embracing this opportunity as much as CU is embracing him. Should we hit questions?
Yes.
Let's go.
Not a ton of questions in the chat today. They've just been going on.
Show that comment from Woody. I love that comment. I blocked off my calendar at work today with signing day. Everyone asking what the hell I'm signing for. That's
New
fantastic.
House.
Are you guys drinking Liquid Death? Yes, we are drinking Liquid Death.
I had to get the black and gold Liquid Death on the set today, just the standard sparkling water.
Severed lime right here. Delicious.
Severed lime, also great, just bad colors on the can because of CSU.
Yes. Coach Prime had a FaceTime with Cordell Stewart yesterday.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the connections, man. Mm-hmm. The connections that he has are incredible. I was just like sitting there watching the Club Shay Shay interview thinking, man, I wish Shannon Sharp wasn't so good at his job so he could come coach tight ends for us.
Yeah. He's coming, though. As mentioned in that interview, the Club Shay Shay one, he asked Shannon to come down and teach his tight ends a little something. Did the same thing with Cordell. You got to come down here and talk to Shador, teach him a thing or two.
Well, and a lot of people have tried to take credit a little bit here and there for Coach Prime coming to Boulder. I thought that one was really telling that, Coach called up Cordell, asked him about Boulder. Cordell did a great job of selling it clearly, and helped him, feel like that was the right decision for him.
What's up, Jamel? I see your comment. When can Shiloh step on campus? He has to graduate first. He is a grad transfer.
For sure, because he's in the portal.
So I talked to Adam about this because Casey Roddick kind of did the same thing. As a grad transfer, you can enter at any time.
Right, okay.
But you need to graduate to be able to go.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why he's in the portal. Kevin Coleman, haven't heard anything yet. Have we heard anything on Trey Saunders, the running back from Alabama, at all?
I don't think there's news to be had there.
No? Okay. We talked about Cormani.
Should we get an update on Travis Hunter's YouTube channel?
Yeah. Tatum Bell was also from DeSoto High School.
Oh, that's awesome.
What is Shador waiting for? I don't know. He's already there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like, are you worried he's gonna go somewhere else?
He's not going anywhere.
Because, as Coach Prime mentioned, I think he's coached every game for him.
You can throw that comment from Josh down below. We kind of talked about this yesterday. I don't think it's weird because I think that the meaning that he posted after the Celebration Bowl is different than what a lot of people think. I don't think he said he was wanting to finish what he started at Jackson State. I think he was just telling everyone there to finish what they started.
Yeah, who knows? I think trying to read into the posts of kids, especially in a moment like that, is not a effective way of figuring out what someone's going to do.
Right.
But I kind of expect him to be in Boulder.
Yes.
With the crew. And when that happens, you could have your wide receiver 1, 2, and 3 essentially set up. Now, of course, there's what should I say? There's a lot of talent coming in, such as an Adam Hopkins.
Right.
Maybe an Adam Hopkins unseats Jordan Tyson. But imagine Travis Hunter, Kevin Coleman, Jordan Tyson. That is a formidable group. Then you add in an Adam Hopkins. You add in some of these other talented players that are joining the group. You're gonna need to be able to rotate those guys because there's a lot. There's just a lot of running around. It's a hurry up offense. So, stock up there. But that's a nice start. Travis Hunter, Kevin Coleman, Jordan Tyson would be a formidable Pac-12 wide receiver group.
Yep. You can throw that one up, Kale. Is Darian Hagan still on the coaching staff? Yes, he is on the coaching staff. We do not know his role yet, but he has been retained. When I met with Coach Prime, he had great admiration for Coach Hagan.
Hell yeah. Love that. I also have great admiration for Coach Hagan.
Yes, we all do.
86,000 for Travis Hunter. 14 away.
Let's go.
Halfway there.
What is Charles Kelly's scheme? That's a good question that I don't really know the answer to right now.
There was a recruit, I want to say maybe T.A. Cunningham, who in an article post-visit mentioned something about 4-3.
4-3, I mean...
But
not
if
really.
You're talking about T.A. Cunningham, you're thinking about down linemen.
Yes.
So what's more important is 4 down.
4 down.
I assume it's not going to be a old school...
Yes.
3
linebackers on the field.
Chicago Bears, was that like 85 Bears, 4-3?
Yeah, the 46 Bear.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Pretty much.
It's similar. It's really dry up here, if you didn't know.
I know.
If you can't figure out why we're dying on this stream.
I'd expect something more like a 4-2-5.
4-2-5 is what I was going to get to. Yeah. And then you have, that nickel, you can mix him up with like a light linebacker, a big safety, you could go straight corner and pass. Like, that's what I would expect.
Also, just look at how they've kind of attacked the secondary in terms of recruits and transfers. It's a lot of new guys coming in. They're going to want to get that speed on the field. You don't recruit all that speed and all those DBs to not have them play.
Totally. Great point.
What else do we got? Here you go, Ryan. Have your guys' subscribers and viewers went up since Prime came to Colorado?
In exponential fashion, and I mean that in every sense of the word.
I used to only have one show a week on Wednesdays, and sometimes there'd only be like 5 to 10 people in here.
Live,
yeah. We'd get 500 views on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out the 1,200 people watching right now.
Shout out to the 1,200.
I don't know if we can stop.
I don't know if we can.
Sorry, Nuggets. We're just going to let this roll until Travis Hunter's YouTube channel gets to 100,000 and he announces where he's going.
We finally won a good one.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a telethon, but we're just trying to get subscribers for Travis Hunter instead of money for charity. Real quick, I just wanted to double down on that. Of the most popular live streams in the history of our channel, 2 of the top 3 are since Coach Prime came to Boulder. So, yes, it has made a dramatic change, and we are very thankful for that.
Absolutely. And the top stream is now the interview with Rob J. And I know a lot of you people have been asking for him. We will get him back at some point. Don't know if it could be weekly, as most of you want.
We should get him. We should try to get him back as soon as possible to talk a little bit about the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah,
his call on the Travis Hunter touchdown was pristine.
Scroll up a bit, Kale. There was a little comment I wanted to read. Keep going. There it is. Tausili Akana announcing in 15 minutes. 4-star edge. He had CU in his top 6 yesterday with OU. I'm going off memory here. OU, Texas, Utah, Texas A&M.
Oklahoma State, maybe?
I can't remember who I'm missing. LSU.
Yep.
So
we will be crossing our fingers for that one.
For sure.
Kid is an absolute beast.
What
also,
else?
we got to get him to that barber that Coach Prime was sitting with today.
Yeah, yesterday, actually.
Yesterday. Okay, there you go.
Any punters in the portal?
We can only hope.
Yeah.
Or let's just not punt next year. Those
There
are
you
the two
go.
options.
Score touchdowns. How about that?
Get a new punter or just don't punt, because with all due respect to whatever his name is,
Trent Carzosa.
that dude is so bad. He's so bad. I'm sorry. I hate to do that to a kid, but he is legitimately the worst punter I've ever seen.
People are begging us to stay live right now. I don't even know what else to talk about.
You're going to have to take it up with Kale, producer Kale. You have to be the bad guy here if you want to end this show.
I'm sorry, guys. We have to go live for Nuggets.
How much more time do we have?
I'll give you guys 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Woody says, I'd love to see how you guys read the comments. Like, how big is the screen? Probably not as big as you're imagining.
It's massive. What are you talking about? I'll take a picture for you. Send it to Kale.
Scroll up a little bit, Kale. Coach Prime will win 9 games this year, make a bowl game, and win the Pac-12. I can't see who said that. FATB conference says that. Love that. We even got CSU alums in the chat.
Wow.
Ryan Staub update. He signed. I'm pretty sure he's on board, right?
Man, I really liked his tape.
Yeah.
You know, we got so caught up in the Shador tape, which is obviously incredible, that you lose track of Ryan Staub, but he has a whippy arm motion. I think flies out of there.
Yeah.
Quick release. I was super impressed yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of impressive guys we watched yesterday. Ryan Staub has signed today. He is coming.
J27 said we need Prime at the Nuggets game. Last night would have been the night if he wasn't so busy.
He was at the Avs game 2 nights ago.
He was.
Yeah.
I saw that
there's
Bucky
a video.
was there.
There's a video on Shador Sanders' YouTube video that you need to watch.
You have to follow all these to catch it all. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
They went to the Avs game. Avs won in the shootout. So they got a good one. But last night you had you had Jerry Jeudy and Emmanuel Sanders sitting courtside. Of course, the legend Peyton Manning was sitting courtside. It was a who's who for the 1 seed in the Western Conference, which now belongs to our Nuggets.
Love that.
There you go. That's our view, and you can see the beers right in front of me with the Nuggets set decorations ready to kick us off the show.
Yep. Someone asked if we think that Colorado will end up with a top 25 class. If this keeps up, it's a lock.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to dunk on a certain reporter who had a really dumb tweet yesterday.
We'll just leave that there. You can find that on your own.
You'll find it when I dunk on him.
Yeah, you'll see that. Stay live. No one cares about Nuggets, Ryan Phillips says.
That's mean.
Number 1 in the West. Come on.
Number 1 in the West. Also,
in the world.
Behind this show, our second biggest show right now. So
there you go.
That's true.
You have Jokic. He is your prime time.
Do you have an update on this? This guy goes, guys, do you know the number of season tickets sold for next year? Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard some ridiculous things from inside the program about the interest in season tickets. The interest is so high that they're actually vetting candidates because they, 1, don't want to give them to opposing fans, and 2, they don't want to give them to people whose main objective would be to resell them. So they're basically like have several people who obviously you have a certain department, right? You have the ticketing department. Well, that is you have that department based on the size of the ticket requests you're getting. All of a sudden, Coach Prime comes in, ticket interest goes up like 10,000%. And now you have these people who are just like working all day long, vetting potential people, calling them, hearing from them, and trying to get people seats. Not to mention everyone who currently has tickets is trying to upgrade them. They want to go to box seats. It's, I hope they enjoy their holiday season because those folks have been just absolutely getting battered.
We were supposed to talk about DNVR merch. What are we supposed to say about the SCO shirts?
Oh, yes. So if you ordered any of the sick primetime merch that we put out the night that he became the coach, it is going out this week. That being said, we had an issue with our supplier, and so that's why the delay has happened. If you want, you can come down to the DNVR bar. There's an email that went out. So if you ordered it, check your email. You can actually come down to the DNVR bar and pick it up at some point this week. If it was like a Christmas present and you're waiting on it and you're in Colorado and you want to do that, you can come down to the bar. I don't remember the exact times that Merchel gave us, but I know that I know they sent an email out to you guys, so you can find that in your email.
A lot of comments about Cormani McLean. We talked about him to start the show, guys. You can go ahead and rewind. Do we have to go, Kale?
We got to get going, guys.
It's all Kale's fault. If you're mad at anyone, tag.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. If anything crazy happens tonight, we will create content around it.
Absolutely.
You have my promise on that.
We have a basketball game tonight, too. It's going to be crazy.
Whatever.
Tad Boyle going for
I know.
all-time wins.
The legend. I'm actually so happy for him. I've said it before, but remember, I haven't covered Coach Prime yet. My favorite coach I've ever covered in any sport and any level, and I've covered a lot, unfortunately, because most get fired. So Tad Boyle, absolute GOAT of college basketball coaches at Colorado, and super, super happy for him.
Hopefully he makes it official tonight. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. We'll be back tomorrow.
Appreciate you guys for blowing this up. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Let's do it again tomorrow. Go Buffs.
Go Buffs.